Good morning, children. I am continuing the same lesson, 4th chapter, sorting materials into groups. How the different materials are kept in a same group depending on their property. The last property I have introduced in the previous video, that is about conduction of heat. Means some materials they allow heat to pass through them, and some materials they do not allow heat to pass through them. Example, so conductors of heat, copper, brass, silver, aluminium are good conductors of heat. You know, that is why the copper is it is used in electrical wires. Even you know, copper vessels, some vessels bottom are made of copper bottom. And now I want to tell you about the non-conductors of heat. That is why the cooking vessels, even though steel is a good conductor of heat, it absorbs heat, it allows heat to pass through the molecules or particles of this metal. But whereas you know, handle is made up of non-conductor of heat. This is the different material which do not allow heat to pass through it. That is about non-conductor of heat. So a bakelite is a non-metal which is used in making handles. So even wood, plastic, paper, they are all non-conductors of heat. And the third group is water and glass. They are poor conductor. Poor conductor means some quantity of heat. They allow only little quantity of heat to pass through them. You know, even the cooker vessel, aluminium, is a good conductor of heat. But whereas handle is made up of non-conductor of heat, which is a non-metal. So this is about the one property on which the materials are grouped as conductors, non-conductors, and poor conductors of heat. Now next is about the property of magnetic property. We can call it as magnetic property. Means magnetic materials and non-magnetic materials are grouped depending on magnetic property. You know, children, already a magnet, a bar magnet, how it attracts only magnetic materials, not the non-magnetic materials like plastic. It will not attract. Even a chalk, even a pen, plastic pen, and wood. So we can say these all non-magnetic materials. On the attraction property, we group them into separate group. Whereas iron and iron fillings, and also not only iron, the other metals like I have written here, not only iron, nickel, cobalt, there are the metals, other metals in the periodic table we can check. There are 105 elements are there, pure substances. You will learn in higher classes. Out of that, these are there, nickel and cobalt. So they are also magnetic materials. They show magnetic property, that is, which is a attraction property. We call magnetic property as a attraction property. So depending on this also, materials are separated, kept into separate group as magnetic and non-magnetic materials. I hope you understood how the materials are grouped. Whereas wood, plastic, glass are non-magnetic. Even rubber, your eraser, rubber, they are all non-magnetic materials. Now, same like heat, conductors and non-conductors of electricity. There are some materials, same like heat, here electricity is also the one more power or energy, a form of energy which makes our work. You know children, already electricity is used in our daily life, how it is used everywhere, even in our homes, industries, factories, everywhere, even the electrical appliances we use. So some materials, they allow electricity to pass. They are conductors of electricity, and non-conductors of electricity, they are also called as insulators. Non-conductors of electricity are also called as insulators. A single word is used. So now which are those? Again same like heat. Here also aluminium is there, copper, and also along with this, silver is also a very good or the best conductor of electricity. Best conductor of electricity, but because of its high cost or it is costly, it is not used in making cables and wires. You know children, already copper wire is used in an electrical wire. In our home we can see even everywhere wiring to pass the electricity. Electricity is manufactured in the power stations, and it is brought to our homes and all other industries. Means from longer distance it is produced in one place and it is brought to some far off places through cables and wires. You know, in a cables, aluminium is used. A white color, you can see aluminium is used to pass electricity, and whereas our wires, home wiring and all, here copper is used. You can see copper as a reddish color copper, and white color aluminium is used in cables and wires. So, and whereas, you know, again same, the insulators, again same, plastic, wood, glass, they are all insulators. They do not allow electricity to pass through them. So we have, I hope you have understood conductors of electricity and the non-conductors of electricity. They are also called as insulators. Now, so in this way, on different properties, materials are grouped, and how they are grouped depending on the one or the more similar properties, they are grouped. You know already, the wooden things are kept in one group, plastic things we keep in one group. If I mix and give all things, you will start separating them into wooden things, plastic things, glass things, metals, so like that. So here in the textbook also they have given all the factors on which we separate, that is, you know children, already I told you, different shape, rectangle shape, circular shape things you will keep, and color, you know, we celebrate in our KG section a red day, green day, means all things which are red in color, like rose, other all pictures which are red, we can keep for exhibition. The children will keep there all red things. So like that, depending on the color and taste, you know, sour, the fruits which are sour, grapes, orange, we keep in a separate. So like that, depending on the taste also, the things are, or the materials are separated. Texture, you know, the things which are soft and which have rough surface, they are separated in one group. So like that, all these are the factors. You know, size also, small things and big things. Even in KG, children will learn the short and the tall. So like that, depending on the size also, we separate the things and the materials used. Already I told, wood, glass, we will separate. And physical state, you know, solids, liquids, gases, we separate on their physical state. And also hardness and softness, and also nature, that is, you know already, living things and non-living things, means man-made things we separate. all living things are kept. Even in living things, again, humans are kept in two groups, that is male and female. So like this, in this way. And why do we group the things? The advantages of grouping. The last part is advantages of grouping. Now the last point is about, now already you understood how we group the materials in different ways depending on the factors. Now the last part of the lesson is advantages of grouping, children. So here means why we need to group the materials. Advantages, what are the uses, what are the applications? The most important thing is convenience. You know already, if we keep the things grouped, well arranged, how we keep in kitchen the separate spices and the things which are required for tea, we keep separate, sugar, tea powder and milk will be there. So like that, it is for convenient. We keep them in a group or in a order. And one more example, if you go to a book shop like Sapna Book House, a very big book house will be there. So how we will be confused where to go. Suppose if you get only English books, so you will go to English section, and if you want science related books, a separate section will be there, and you can visit only the science section. So like that, the first benefit is convenience, and the second benefit is to, now second advantage is to study. You know, we need to study in chemistry, especially the same chemistry chapters we are studying about different metals and all, plastic, rubber, manufacturing of steel. In higher classes, you will study about all these. So, what are these first? Whether metals, non-metals, magnetic materials or non-magnetic materials. Like in this way, conductors, insulators and non-conductors of heat or electricity. So like this, in this way, the different materials we can study. While studying about them, what are these and all, to which group they belong, we identify first and then we study. So like this, convenience, and to study the different materials, we need to separate them. And the one more, the important advantage is identification. I told you already, suddenly if we go to mall, where to go? You will identify by the boards which have displayed there. So where to go? The grocery, okay, and the clothes section, like that. And whatever section it is, the things are grouped and kept there, we can go there and directly identify and purchase the things or the materials which are required. So this is about sorting materials into group. First, how we separate them depending on their nature, texture, material, nature of the material, and also on, children. So go through them, and then, so this is the end of the lesson. Advantages, about advantages you have studied. So read the lesson and we will send the notes. Okay, thank you very much.